top of it. Look, man, we're in the fourth quarter of not just 2025, but it feels like the whole world is in the fourth quarter, the 2-minute warning of just life in general, man. Everybody's on edge. The world is on edge. I feel like there's a big transition happening. And if you're not serious by now, man, now is the time to get extremely serious. There's no more games, man. The games are over. You know, unless you're in a comfortable position, you ain't got time to be playing. You ain't got time to be kicking your feet up. Right now, it's urgency mode, man. It's emergency mode, really. And if you don't feel that way, I mean, I guess you're good. You know, you made it. Congrats. You got up out the matrix. You're able to kick your feet up and have things your way. But if you're watching this video right now and that's not you, if you're not able to kick your feet up and just do what you want, live how you want, then you need to get serious. Because unfortunately, man, nobody is coming to save you. The government is definitely not going to save you. Your job, none of these corporations. There's no organization out here that's going to save you. It's all about you, man, and the life you're building or have built or planning to build. That has got to be the thing that'll save you. You got to save you. You understand? And it takes a lot of planning. It takes a lot of thought and execution. But it's not too late. Fortunately, man, we still got some bit of time. But like I said, it's the fourth quarter. So we don't have a whole lot of time. But if you're completely lost, you don't really have any sort of plan or anything, hey man, you need to be a part of something. You know, whether it's another organization with like-minded people, or, you know, just get in touch with your family. And especially men, every man should be a leader in some capacity, especially at the very least, you should be a leader of your family, whether it's your parents or even your direct family, your kids and your wife and everything, or your distant family, cousins and things like that. Whatever the case is, man, you need to get some kind of organization going to where you can use other people to help get your situation in order for what's coming ahead, because nobody knows what's about to happen. Nobody knows what direction the world is about to go. But you are best off to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. All right, that's a great saying that my 8th grade history teacher taught me that has always stuck with me, and it's a real gem, man. You really do need to prepare for the worst, but hope for the best, right? Because oftentimes we overestimate how good things will turn out. Oftentimes we think things will be sweet, but how many times have you guys lived life? If you're over 20 years old, you should know by now. Definitely over 30, 40, 50, you know, like life doesn't always go as planned. It definitely doesn't. Most times than not, really. That's not to say it can't go as planned, but more times than not, it doesn't go as planned. So, because of that, you should prepare for the unexpected. You should prepare for the things you don't see coming. And often those things that you don't see coming are negative, and they throw you off. So, wouldn't it make sense to prepare for the worst possible situation? Because then if those things arise, you're ready, and it's nothing. And you get ahead of it before it gets ahead of you and handles you and has you out here looking crazy. So I'm just saying, man, it's time to really get your stuff tightened and together and prepare as if like the worst is about to come. Even if it doesn't come, that's the part that you got to realize, is that even if bad things don't come, or they're not as bad as you anticipated, the beautiful thing is if it's better than you thought, and man, you were really prepared, and it's like a super relief, and you get to actually enjoy life a little bit more, huh? That's your reward. But at least you were prepared, whereas most people are not ready. Most people out here still think things are the same as they were a decade or two ago. You know, everybody just, most people, and I'm not like most people, man. This channel is not for most people. This channel is for people who know that they're great. And they know that even though their outside circumstances don't necessarily reflect that, they still have that higher standard and level of excellence about themselves that they carry themselves with. And no matter what your direct circumstances look like, it's best to always carry yourself like the top of the top, the cream of the crop. It's always best to carry yourself like that. Because believe it or not, man, you know, you may not believe in spirituality, man, but the world just, the universe, whatever you want to call it, man, the outside world just, it tends to respect that. I can't explain it all the way. Maybe it's the law of cause and effect. But I've realized this firsthand in my life. And I realized that my inside world is where everything begins for me in my life. And then the outside world is its own thing. But you have to be a master first of your inside world. That's the most important thing. Because we all know, man, the outside world it doesn't have your best interest at heart. It's not putting you first. So therefore, who is gonna put you first besides you? Huh? And that's where your inside world comes in, man. You gotta have that together. You gotta be your number one fan. You gotta be your number one critic, your number one coach. You gotta damn near parent your own self. I don't care how good or bad your parents did, but at the end of the day, you have to finish the job, man. No matter how old you get, you still gotta parent yourself. You still got to tell yourself no, yes, discipline yourself, give yourself advice. Oh, it's amazing. It's deep. It's an inside game, man, and that game has got to be on point if you want to win out here. But if you want to be like most people and just go along with the flow of the wind and however the world blows you that day, not like that, but you know what I'm saying, blows the way the wind blows, you get what I'm saying? You just going with the flow of the current instead of being intentionally paddling your way through the tides of the world. Then go ahead and see where that takes you. But me, I'm the type, man, I like to be in control. I like to be in charge of where I'm going. Screw what the world has for me, because they don't have any good plans for me. Oh, absolutely not. And this is something I realized a long time ago, and you know, I took control of my life with this. I'm giving you guys some real stuff right now, man. If you really, you know, I pay good money to give you for this information that I'm giving you, so I'm just dropping it off. Little gems, little nuggets to pick up, nothing too crazy. But you have to be intentional, man. Hyper intentional about everything. I mean, you can't let anything slip. You guys should read the book if you haven't, man. Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. And he talks a lot about this, man, about drifting, you know. Essentially, man, and I believe it's true, man, 98% of people are drifters. or actively drifting. And just think about that word, drifting. Drifting is like, I think of like a plastic bottle in the ocean with, just a plastic bottle full of air, and it's just going wherever that current and the wind takes it. It has no direction. It's just going to go wherever the world takes it. And it's not an intentional object. It's not trying to go anywhere. And that's most people. Most people have no plans. They have a rough draft of where they want to go. They have a rough idea, but they're not specific. They're not exact. They don't have any real urgency about where they want to go. But I'm here to let you know, man, you got to get real specific about what you want, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, who, what, when, where, why, how. That's got to get specific. You got to narrow it down, man. You got to write it down if you need to, whatever the case, man. You got to get that vision of that in your mind. And it starts from there, man. Just have an idea from there. Get it more clear. Get that vision. And from there, now you're giving you did a lot of work right there. That's a lot of work, but that work is going to help clarify the rest of the groundwork you have ahead. And once you clarify things a little bit more, now you can start getting more specific even further. Now you can really start mapping out, all right, now what do I do for the next 7 days? Or matter of fact, forget the next 7 days. What am I doing today to get closer towards this vision I have? What can I do right now? What can I do? You should keep asking yourself these questions, and you'll be goddamn astounded at how far that'll get you by just constantly asking yourself questions. You know why? When you ask yourself these important questions, like what do I got to do? How do I accomplish X, Y, and Z? What do I got to do? What's the steps? Your mind will start working. And it'll start solving the problem of that. It'll start saying, well, he's asking a question, let's figure it out. And if you're not lazy and you just take a moment we're in 2025, man. We got not only Google, we got ChatGPT and all the AI companies answering all kind of questions and stuff we have. I saw some kind of a talk with Steve Jobs the other day, man. He was talking in like 1985 in front of a class or something, and he was basically saying he had this idea of like, man, one day wouldn't you like to have, I don't know, Aristotle or some great philosopher, wouldn't you like to have access to Aristotle and be able to ask him all kind of deep questions to the universe or whatever questions you have about life and philosophy? And he's like, yeah, one day I think we'll get to that. Back in 1985, he said this. Fast forward 30 years later, or 40 years, I guess, today. And we have it with ChatGPT and all these AI companies. Essentially, they are Aristotle and philosophers in our pockets that have really good reasoning and thoughts and can answer some really deep questions, and we can prompt them with long ass questions. You can just ask, I'm still figuring this stuff out. It's amazing. But I'm just saying, we have access to that today, let alone just Google a few years ago. Even Google is still cool, but what we have with this AI is just crazy. It's kind of spooky. It's gonna get spookier, but while it's still kind of in the infant stage, we need to realize we have access to some real crazy heavy stuff that can set us up in a really beautiful way amongst all the other technologies we have today. So there's really, when you think about it, you have no excuse to not be where you want to be or do what you want to do, or at least get on the path of those things. So anyways, man, I don't want to get too drawn out. You guys get the point. It's the fourth quarter, 2025. 2030 is coming up soon, man. It's gonna get crazy. The past 2 years, everything's exploded in such a fast way. We can only imagine the next 2 years, 3, 4, 5 years, 10 and beyond. So the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer, and that gap is widening. It's getting really wide, and the middle class is disappearing, man. So hey, man, if you want some freedom, if you want to enjoy life, I highly suggest that you stop playing games and get serious and start using your mind and get intentional with your time, because you don't have forever, man. Okay? And I'm saying this to myself too, man. And this is the way I talk to myself, man. And this is what got me. I'm heading in a really good direction right now. I'm gonna just say that. But you guys will see in the next few years, man, I'm gonna be doing really well. And I want you guys to join me on the journey, and I want to see you guys there with me, man, because I want to have some dope people to kick it with, you know? I don't want y'all being all out here struggling and slaving to the goddamn tech overlords and all that, you know? So, hey, get on it. Let's go. All right? Light that fire up under you, man. Act like the world depends on you or something. Make up some scenario to get serious, all right? That's what helps me. But nonetheless, man, I appreciate y'all watching. I hope this does something beautiful for you, and I look forward to seeing your progress, man. Go ahead and hit that like button. It's free. I don't ask for no donations. Just hit the like, man, real quick. And comment down below. Let me know what you think, man. And subscribe if you mess with me. I got more stuff on the way. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.